Fred Nuns was one of the earliest European settlers to come to Campbell River. Fred's diary has survived the passage of time and provides a glimpse of what life was like here in the 1890s. Over the years, Fred has had many dogs and cats, all of whom were responsible for fulfilling specific jobs. One thing that might be surprising is that the cows, horses, and pigs owned by Fred were not contained by fences, but were free to graze where they liked, even along the spit and the beach. As a result, Fred spent a lot of time looking for his livestock. Fred had a fence around his vegetable garden, but this was to keep the cows out, not in. Fred wrote in his diary, "Cattle have been in and destroyed the greater part of my garden. The oxen got in my garden last night and destroyed 1,200 head of cabbage. Did not leave a single one. Destroyed altogether about $60 worth of vegetables."
Many cougar kittens were orphaned due to the activities of bounty hunters, which led to the adoption of several cougar kits as pets. Cougars did not make good pets once they were past 6 months old, so usually the kits were sent off to zoos all over the world. This is Dolly Pidcock with her house cat and a cougar kit. This is Dolly and a friend feeding the little cougar kits. Some cougar kittens were kept past 6 months old when the cougars would become too large to keep as pets. August Schnarr, who settled in Butte Inlet and Sonora Island, faced a steep uphill battle for survival. August worked at logging and trapping, and the bounty on cougars was an especially important source of income for him. The daughters of August Schnarr raised 2 cougars to adulthood. These young girls became famous all over the world for their unusual pets. From left to right, you can see the girls, Pearl, Pansy, and Marianne, and the cougars, Girly and Leo. Here's Pearl with Girly. With the girls, the cougars were very gentle and loving, and would purr like a house cat when pet, but they were always distrustful of men, especially August. Leo lived to be 3 years old, while Cleo, most often called Girly, lived to be 6.
This is Ernie Alexander, an early logger, and his pet bear. Many bear cubs were adopted as pets as a direct result of bear hunting. It is somewhat curious that even though the bear hunter's main objective was to kill an adult bear, they would not abandon the young cubs to die, but would take them home. The cubs were either kept as pets or sent away to zoos all around the world. Pet bears were found at logging camps, in pioneer homes throughout the region, and often aboard naval ships. This bear cub was the pet of the Iron River logging camp in 1945.
This is Man, the pet of the very famous Lord Bacon, only Lord of Vancouver Island. Man is well known to history because of his adventure with the Ellison expedition, which established Strathcona as a provincial park in 1910. In the journal kept of that expedition, there are many vivid descriptions of Lord Bacon and his relationship with man. Lord Bacon is described as a character we cannot solve, a queer combination of sense and nonsense, a true man of the woods, living alone with his dog Man. In the journal of the expedition, Harry wrote, "He makes a great deal of his dog Man when he does not feel like talking to people. He propounds long questions to the dog and then changes his voice and answers for him. 'And do they think you're a dog? Why, you're a man,' he would say. 'Why, you're only a dog. You ought to be a man.' Whenever anyone does or says anything of which Lord B does not approve, he pulls Man's ear and whispers, 'Do you hear that, Man? Man would know better than that, wouldn't he? And he's only a dog.' Man's nicknames are many and various. Whatever figure in history comes to his master's mind, Napoleon Bonaparte, Julius Caesar, Alexander, Garibaldi, Lord Nelson, William the Conqueror, Man has been them all.